Ladies, gentlemen and virgins living in their mama's basements, because the latter makes up 99% of the current WWE audience, welcome to Monday Night Raw. And what a way to kick off the show. It's the first time since we've seen Big Match John appear on Raw since WrestleMania 34, where he absolutely jobbed out to The Undertaker in approximately 3 minutes. What has Big Match John got to say here tonight? Well, John Cena has got a microphone. It looks like he is going to address the WWE Universe. The champ is here. Next week I offer an open challenge to anyone in the Raw locker room. So Big Match John issuing an open challenge. He's got ring rust. He hasn't competed on Raw in well over 6 months, but he is willing to offer an open challenge to anybody next week. Now let's take you back to Saturday night, where at WWE Super Showdown live in Australia, Triple H defeated the Dead Man, but he didn't do it alone. He did it with the help of his best friend. You can see Shawn Michaels delivering a sweet chin music, then a pedigree from Triple H, and that was enough to keep down the Dead Man. And it was Triple H and the Heartbreak Kid standing tall in the ring over the Brothers of Destruction. But that was last Saturday. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, what a show we've got for you. First match of the night. It is going to be #1 contender for Seth Rollins' Intercontinental Championship, and that match will take place live in the desert at WWE Crown Jewel. Speaking of Seth Rollins, we will see him later on tonight in the main event when he watches his Shield brother Dean Ambrose take on the Monster Among Men. But before we get to that match, like I said, Intercontinental #1 contender action coming up, and here is the first challenger, the former Universal Champion Finn Balor. Now remember, Balor had to relinquish that title due to an arm injury, which was caused ironically by Seth Rollins. Could you imagine if Finn Balor can be victorious here tonight and go on and challenge Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel and take away Seth Rollins' Intercontinental Championship? Seth Rollins took away the Universal title for Finn Balor. He took away 6 months of Finn Balor's career. Finn Balor at Crown Jewel will have the ultimate opportunity for revenge, but only if he can defeat his opponent tonight. The crowd loving Finn Balor, loving that leather jacket, loving this opening match here on Monday Night Raw.
Stronger and more dangerous every single week in WWE.
But here is Finn Balor's opponent for this evening. Again, another former WWE Universal Champion. It is Kevin Owens, the man that lost his title to Goldberg. There's no shame in losing to Goldberg. Most people lose to Goldberg. Hell, about 200 fucking people lost to Goldberg in the space of 2 weeks for the most inflated streak of all time. But none of that will matter tonight. If Kevin Owens can somehow get a victory over Finn Balor, then he will be the man to go on and challenge Seth Rollins at the Crown Jewel. Grab your popcorn, get your notepad and pen ready if you're in the Dave Meltzer household, and get ready to scribble in 5 stars, because this one is underway, and it's Kevin Owens starting out stronger with some knees to the face of Finn Balor. Balor though with the reversal Irish whip goes for a punch, but Kevin Owens fires back with a right hand of his own. Finn Balor reversal though goes for a jawbreaker, and now these big forearm smashes into the face of Kevin Owens, goes for the Irish whip, ducks underneath, and Finn Balor with a massive drop kick to the chin, or should I say chins, of Kevin Owens. I think he connected on all 3 of them on that occasion. Now Balor, he's got a groggy Kevin Owens, and he drops him with the DDT. Balor in for the cover, 1, 2, and Owens keeps his Intercontinental Championship alive with that kick out. Balor another Irish whip into the ropes, and again going for the drop kick, again going for those very large chins of Kevin Owens. And now it's Balor climbing to the top rope, and what the fuck, man, we appear to have we appear to have some technical difficulties here. The screens just went black. Oh my god, that's gotta be Kane. It's Kane, the big red machine. It's making his way to the ring. What the hell is happening here? The crowd cannot believe it. Finn Balor appears to change target. He goes for Kane, but he's been caught. Choke slam by Kane on the outside to Finn Balor. Kane now coming inside. He's got Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is about to get revived here, but for how much longer? Kevin Owens back to his feet, and he just gets a big arm of Kane around him. Kane, what goes up must come down. Massive choke slam to Kevin Owens, and you cannot say Kane's discriminating here tonight. Whether it's fat boys or hunger strike victims, Kane is delivering choke slams to all. And there you go, just set off the fire, and the fire's definitely lit inside Kane, and he seems absolutely fucking pissed about what happened at Super Showdown. But tonight, guys, we will have Braun Strowman against Dean Ambrose, and here's what happened earlier. So I think you can see Dolph Ziggler not happy with Braun Strowman calling him the weak link of the team, and he just completely snapped. Braun Strowman beating the living shit out of Dolph Ziggler backstage. Drew McIntyre tried to come to his teammates' rescue, but he wasn't much help. Again, Braun Strowman just manhandling the big 6'5" Drew McIntyre, and then press slamming him on top of a table backstage. Fucking unbelievable strength there from Braun Strowman. Anyway, up next is the first of 2 semi-final matches, which will determine who will challenge Ronda Rousey for her WWE Women's Championship. Now, speaking of Ronda Rousey, she's not here tonight on Raw. She's currently at a beach somewhere and fuck knows where, doing a photo shoot, because let's be honest, women's wrestling will always be about looks. Anyway, Sasha Banks' opponent tonight will be the Riot Squad. Not all 3 members, it will just be Ruby Riott, but let's be honest, you always need to keep an eye on the other 2, especially Liv Morgan's ass. So, it's going to be Ruby Riott taking on Sasha Banks. The winner will advance to a match 2 weeks from time against the winner of next week's second semi-final, and then the winner of that match will proceed to take on Ronda Rousey at WWE's first ever women's pay-per-view Evolution. Anyway, we've got Sasha Banks and Ruby Riott tying it up here to start off this match. Into the corner here, both wrestlers refusing to let go. It turns out with Sasha delivering a couple of forearms here to Ruby Riott, and Ruby Riott now fighting back on her own, delivering some shots, but again it's Sasha Banks firing back at Ruby Riott. Just these 2 women, man, they definitely don't like each other, just going at it, very physical, just throwing all parts of their bodies at each other. I mean, you've got Sasha Banks, probably the biggest SJW ever, and then you've got Ruby Riott, man, fucking a golf freak, but who cares? These 2 women putting their life on the line here for a chance at competing against Ronda Rousey, and we will find out who will be victorious after the commercial break. Do you love hearts? Do you love good football games? Well, why not punish yourself by watching the PES 2019 Hearts Master League, where Hearts are guaranteed to lose almost every single game, only on the Son of Scotland 90 YouTube channel. Alright guys, we're back. I don't know who fucking runs these shitey commercials, but they need fired. Anyway, during the commercial break, it is all Ruby Riott. She is all over Sasha Banks like Jimmy Savile is over kids, and now Sasha on the outside. She's vulnerable, and it looks like the Riott squad may just attack. Well, looks like Sasha Banks here managed to spot them, but Liv Morgan from behind just tossing Sasha Banks in, and that's what I said, you always have to keep an eye out on the Riott squad. There's just so many of them, and if you're not looking, they will punish you, they will attack you from behind. It's Ruby Riott now spinning around, and delivers a kick to the head of Sasha Banks, and she might see that as an opportunity to get the win here, going for the cover, but Sasha Banks kicking out, keeping her hopes of challenging Ronda Rousey at Evolution alive. Snap suplex now from Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott may see this as an opportunity here to go for a pin. She decides against it now. Irish whip to Sasha against the ropes, ducks down under. Ruby Riott, looks like Sasha with a counter, a boot to the midsection, and a massive clothesline. Can Sasha now try and gain some momentum? It looks like she is trying to get the crowd behind her. Sasha Banks now desperate for Ruby Riott to get back to her feet. She delivers a couple of kicks, Irish whip over Owen, ducks underneath, and delivers a loose fest press. The move made famous by Austin. Now Sasha Banks off the ropes, a quick elbow drop. What can she do? Can she deliver up with perhaps another one? Off the ropes again, another elbow drop. Sasha Banks stealing moves left, right and centre from legends such as The Rock and Austin. She'll never be a legend, but she might be a #1 contender for the WWE Women's Championship, but not on this occasion. Ruby Riott kicking out. What a match this has been. Again, Sasha Banks with forearms, with chops, with kicks, with chops. We missed forearms this time. Sasha Banks throwing everything on the line here. Another big Irish whip into Ruby Riott, and another Lufest press here. Sasha Banks must feel like she's got this match in the palm of her hands ever since she got back on top. She's not let up on Ruby Riott, and now she is going to the top again, stealing another move from her idol Eddie Guerrero. Man, if only she was a tenth as good as these people, she might be watchable. She goes for the cover again. It's Ruby Riott's beat, but no, Ruby Riott proving me wrong. I mean, when the frog splash was delivered by Eddie Guerrero, it was a fucking punishing finishing maneuver, but when Sasha Banks delivers it, it's just fucking garbage. Sasha Banks now again going to the top rope. Will she be looking for the frog splash again? And she nails it again. Surely that'll do it. But Liv Morgan now getting up on the ring apron. What is this? Liv Morgan with her ass in feud. This is fucking great. This is the best part of the match. But now she gets out of the screen. What is she doing? Liv Morgan, come back. We need you. Irish whip for Ruby Riott. Big, massive DDT. Planting Sasha Banks head first on that massive fucking dome. She goes for the cover. Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott's won, but what the hell? Sasha Banks got her foot on the bottom rope. The referee appears not to have seen it, and I'm confused what happened there. We've got Ruby Riott celebrating, but Sasha Banks got her foot on the bottom rope. Was there a distraction from the Riott squad? Was the referee mesmerised by Liv Morgan's ass? We don't know, but you can see it again. The replay clearly shows Sasha Banks got her foot on the bottom rope, but that is irrelevant. The referee didn't see it. He has announced Ruby Riott as the winner, and she will go on to the final to face the winner of next week's second semi-final match. Now, I don't know if it's possible for Ruby Riott to get her nose squished anymore, but she better get out the ring quickly, or she might find out the hard way, because here comes the monster among men, Braun Strowman. You seen him earlier tonight taking out two of his former partners, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Strowman claiming he doesn't need any help, claiming he is a monster, claiming that he will do things on his own, which by the way is the way WWE should have booked them, but they're pathetic, so it's left up to me, yours truly, to do things the correct way. But anyway, here comes Braun Strowman to the ring. He will be taking on Shield member Dean Ambrose after issuing an open challenge earlier tonight. I think Braun Strowman wants to get his hands on both Ambrose and Rollins to try and take them out of the equation before he faces Roman Reigns at the Crown Jewel. But anyway, here comes the Brotherhood, here comes the Shield. Rollins and Reigns may be accompanying Dean Ambrose to the ring, but that's all they'll be doing. He'll have to get in there alone to take on the monster among men, and I don't fancy his chances, guys, let's be honest. Dean Ambrose, the only member of the Shield without gold around his waist. He might get a fucking size 24 boot around his ass tonight, courtesy of Braun Strowman, but that's the only thing I think he'll be wearing once he leaves Raw tonight. But the Shield getting a massive pop here for tonight's main event. Braun Strowman exiting the ring, knowing that he could probably beat up any 3 members of the Shield, but obviously when it's 3-on-1, you know, the chances of you coming out victorious do get a lot harder. And there is that legendary pose. Look at those 3 members. Is there a more iconic trio than that in wrestling today? The Shield meeting in the middle of the ring with the fist pump, showing solidarity even. Fuck me, what a horrible announcer. I should get fired, worse than Mike Adamle. But anyway, here we go, Monday Night Raw. Here is tonight's main event. It's going to be Braun Strowman taking on Dean Ambrose. The referee rings the bell and Dean Ambrose just runs into a massive big boot from Braun Strowman, and already, man, this doesn't look well for Dean Ambrose. He just gets tossed over the top rope like the 200-pound small man that he is. He just doesn't belong in the ring with Braun Strowman. I'm going to go and say it, man. There's no way Dean Ambrose is going to defeat Braun Strowman tonight, man. It is just not going to happen. He can stay outside as long as he wants. He can get as much advice from the Shield brawlers as he wants, but once he gets in that ring, it is 1-on-1, and you can see Dean Ambrose firing quick shots, headbutts, punches, but none of them really having an effect on the big man Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman just grabbing Ambrose around the throat, choking the life out of him, and a big smashing blow to the midsection of Ambrose. Big Irish whip into the corner, and Ambrose hitting hard, falling to the floor. And Ambrose already only a minute into this match, and he looks a beaten man. He looks battered and bruised. Braun Strowman with these big, powerful and massive strikes here, and Ambrose just can't withstand it. He cannot take these kind of punishing blows and live to fight another day. It's just not going to happen. And a massive big back body drop. Ambrose completely getting demolished here, and I mean, the Shield are watching this, and you feel like something's going to happen, man. Maybe throw in a towel, or I don't know, man, just retire or do something. Braun Strowman just completely stalking his prey here, lifting up Ambrose again, and it looks like he's going to deliver a big side slam. He does. Ambrose coming crashing down on that back, the lower back of Ambrose. Ambrose just, you know, returning recently from an injury. I mean, how much punishment can he take? Just gets tossed around the ring like a rag doll here, and Braun Strowman just seems to be enjoying this. I don't think it's about simply winning this match for Braun Strowman. I think it's about hurting Dean Ambrose. I think it's about taking Dean Ambrose out of the equation, and I think that's exactly Braun Strowman's plans. He just delivers another big massive headbutt. I mean, you look at the size of Braun fucking Strowman's head, it probably weighs more than the entire bloody body of Dean Ambrose. I mean, I don't even think that wife beater tank top would fit over Braun Strowman's head. Braun Strowman now tossing Ambrose into the corner, delivering a big strike there. Now it's another big massive Irish whip across the ropes. Ambrose though tries to dodge it, tries to move it the way, and it just has no success. Braun Strowman, it's like he's got auto lock on. He just cannot stay away from Ambrose. Another big Irish whip, and now it's Strowman with a massive, Ambrose with a counter with an elbow. Ambrose now going up top. Can he deliver something big? He can't. Strowman there to stop him, but Ambrose with a boot, and Ambrose with a big missile drop kick from the top rope. Is that the opening Dean Ambrose needs? Ambrose now getting getting the monster back to his feet, and I don't know how smart that was. He's firing away with these rabbit punches now. An Irish whip. Dean Ambrose looking for something big. It just has no effect there, and then a massive shot from Braun Strowman on Ambrose, almost killing him, man. Ambrose just runs straight into this brick wall, and he fucking falls to the floor, man. It was as if Donald Trump built that with all the billions in the world. There's just no fucking stopping this man. I don't care how many illegals are trying to knock this wall down. It's no going to happen. And now Braun Strowman climbing to the top rope. He's going to go for it big, and he's missed. Again, Braun Strowman taking an unnecessary risk, and this could be the chance that Dean Ambrose needs. A big clothesline. It has no effect. Dean Ambrose though charges up and delivers a massive clothesline, this time taking himself and Strowman out of the ring. And this could be the chance he needs. It's Ambrose now just delivering quick strikes to Strowman, and now he's got him by the head, pulling him over to the steel steps and smashing him face first into the steel. This is the opening Ambrose needed. He needed to take it to the outside where he can use his environment to his advantage. Now he just tosses Strowman into the barricade, and now getting the big man into the ring. But will he have worn him down enough? Ambrose begging the big man now to get back to his feet. Ambrose goes to the top rope. He nails another missile drop kick on Braun Strowman. Could Ambrose be moments away for a win? It's 1, 2. Oh, it's not even a 2 count. Strowman kicking out there, just showing he will not be messed with. He will not be beaten. Ambrose seems defeated here, seems dejected. He's trying to hype himself up. He delivers a clothesline, and then it's another forearm smash to the face of Strowman. Ambrose bounces off the ropes, delivers another forearm smash, goes for the bulldog, but it's countered this time by Braun Strowman. The strength, man, you just can't do anything. And now it's Braun Strowman begging Dean to get up, and I think the end could be near here for Dean Ambrose. And here we go, Braun Strowman looking for some sort of power bomb. He's got him up on his shoulders. That's a fall away slam, and I think this one is going to be over, man. If there's any fat ladies out there, you better start singing, and we know there's a lot of them because obesity is fucking running wild like Hulk Hogan in the 80s. And there's the running power slam by Braun Strowman. He goes for the cover, and that will surely do it. And it is Braun Strowman has defeated Dean Ambrose here in the main event Monday Night Raw. And it was an absolute dominant performance by the Monster Among Men. Now, towards the latter stages of the match, Dean Ambrose did perform well. He did have a little bit of a fight back, but it just wasn't enough. It was a good effort, but good efforts simply don't cut it in this game. And it looks like Braun Strowman is definitely a level or two above the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose. Braun Strowman takes, not only does he defeat Dean Ambrose, but I think he might be taking Dean Ambrose out of the equation, and you just wonder how many members of the Shield will be able to turn up fully fit to fight on next week's Raw. But anyway, guys, there you go. Braun Strowman gaining momentum, heading into the crown jewel. Can he defeat Roman Reigns? Can he defeat Brock Lesnar? You can only find out on the Son of Scotland 90 network, but don't worry, it is free anyway from this Monday Night Raw. Goodbye, folks.